Good morning. Good morning. How are we all doing? How are we all doing this morning? We made it. We made it. We actually made it. We have made it to day 29. Good morning, Linda. Made it to day 29. And today, we have our sweatshirt on. We realize how strong we are. Good morning, Breezy. Good morning, Ilana. And we're excited to be here. January 3rd, we made it. We made it, I'm Coach Kenya. If you're new to my platform, this is my platform. We are the I Rise Tribe, which means I realize I'm strong enough. And what that boils down to is here we believe that you are capable of overcoming, of fighting back and pushing through to the other side of whatever it is you may be experiencing in life. And as a result, we believe that every person is strong enough to win once they realize who they are on the inside. They are, in fact, strong enough to win. And from the hundreds of women I've helped and worked with and got to grow with, I have learned one thing for certain and two things for sure. When you realize that you've only been buried under a residue of a previous version of who you were, the sky is beyond the limits. There's no bounds of who you can become and what you can accomplish. And so that is our motto here at I Rise, is that a transformation in its totality is a resurrection of one's life. And what I mean by that is this. This is me. So a transformation in one's life, a transformation in its totality. This is the quote I made up. A transformation in its totality is a resurrection of one's soul. So for me, I believe that I've been given an opportunity to to fortify my soul through healing and learning to understand the new version of me. Good morning, Queen Vanessa. Good morning, Sabina. Good morning, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hat only up, Mike. We are live on, let me count. I'm just curious. I want to just count and see. We are live on Facebook twice, TikTok twice, YouTube and Instagram. Yay! We have officially covered all of our areas. So I finally am able to be live for our private Facebook group at the same time. So I'm really grateful for that this morning. If you are new to what we're doing and wondering what we're doing, my name is Coach Kenya. I am a weight loss guru. I've lost over 479 pounds naturally. How does that sound? When you hear that, what is it? Tap the like button if that's mind blowing. If I'm on your FYP and you're like, what? Tap the like button. I'm just curious. Just let me know. Does that blow your mind? Do you think, well, okay, wait a minute. I'll ask you this. And my old followers, you cannot answer this. You cannot answer this. This is for new followers only. How do you think I did it? Somebody's going to know. They're going to be like, how did I do it? 479 pounds naturally in 18 months. 468 of it was released in 18 months. And the remainder has been over the last couple of years. How did I do it? Can you believe it? Do 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 you believe that this person, if you're new, you can only answer this if you're new, is this person? Do you believe that this person is the same as this person and it was achieved in 18 months? 468 was in 18 months. The rest was over the last couple of years. All right. Good morning. My name is Coach Kenya, and I'm your area weight loss guru. I'm bringing the tips and facts straight to you. Welcome to our daily reading. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I'm my own turn up. That's how you got to be. You got to be your own turn up. So if you're not your own turn up, I encourage you today to become your own turn up. If you are not your own turn up, I encourage you today to become your own turn up. I encourage you today to become your own turn up. No one can turn up for you like you can turn up for you. So I encourage you today to be your own turn up. Don't wait for somebody to tell you, "Good morning. I am me queen." Don't wait for somebody else to turn up for you. You turn up for yourself. It's January 3rd. It's about that time. So if you went out and purchased your book, you know which one we read first. We start off with Fear Not, 365 Days. Hold on, first go. Fear Not, 365 Days with Mr. David. And we have made it to day 29, 29 days in a row. How many days did they say it would take for us to create a habit? 21. Now I get up craving. Now I want to know what's next. I want to know what he's about to talk about. I want to know what Melody's going to say. I want to know what you are going to say. Now it's becoming a habit. The reason why I'm trying to show you get you to do this habit, because if I can get you to just get this book and open it up every day, you will be amazed what you can do if you think you're not a meal prepper or a meal planner. People don't realize that if you can learn, okay, you know what? Not today. It's Freedom Friday. I want to let y'all be free. I was about to give y'all some nuggets about how to switch your mindset to the behavior. So say, for example, if you're a person who struggles to do something, it's because your mindset is connected. So if you disconnect it by putting the behavior. We made it to day 29. All I was going to say is that I'm excited. It's January the 3rd, 2025. I thought I was going to be dead in January the 3rd, 2015. I thought I was going to be dead in 2015. Like, I didn't think I was going to be alive in 2025. What am I doing alive in 2025? How did I get here? Listen, I don't know what I'm doing up here. I honestly don't know. I don't even know why y'all listen to me, because I done died 9 times. I don't even know why somebody would listen to somebody that done died that many times, but they said I got stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. They said people that went through what I went through don't make it out. They said people that eat like I did and get to the point I got to, they said they eat themselves to death. They said they don't make it out. Yeah, that's what they said. Mm-hmm. They said when they get that bad, it's hopeless. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they said. They said this group of people actually said that they got together. They had these letters behind their name. The letters, I think, said something like MD. And them got together. Them peoples, they got together. And when they got together, they said that Mies was going to die. Yeah, they said there was nothing on this earth that could save me. Yeah, that's what them said. Them said that I had pretty much eaten myself to death by triggering the blood clots from the toxicity from the processed foods, which was true. Never, I digress. But them said I was going to die. Then them said that, if I didn't, them just said I was going to die. There was no if you don't. There was this if you're gonna die. So they put me to them hospice people. Yeah, I'm just saying, I was just telling you why I don't know how I got here. So if you just came in alive, tap the like button if you just came in, because I'm not able to. It's so many platforms live. I'm just trying to be authentic and not really get caught up on how the different places, so that I don't really get fixated. I hope it makes sense. That there's so many different cameras right now, to tell you the truth, that I just want to be in the right space. I don't want to get fixated. So if I'm not greeting you and you're new, I normally do take an opportunity to say good morning to everybody, as many names as I can with all the different platforms. So I want to take our opportunity to honor you. So now, back to what we were talking about. All I was saying was, I don't know how I got here. So if you've been coming here every day for 29 days with me, you don't have to know how you got here either. You don't have to know how I came up on your timeline, or why I came up on your timeline, or why I came up on your FYP. You don't even got to figure it out. What I'm about to tell you right now is, if you believe in any type of higher power, they sent you to me and I was sent to you. So that's all we got to know. So what we're going to do now, because we've been showing up together for 29 days. 29 days. That means if we can do this for 29 days, imagine what you could do if you took 10 minutes every day and put it towards your side hustle. Imagine what would happen if you stopped saying, I'm going to start next month, and you took 10 minutes towards your side hustle. Imagine every day for 29 days. Imagine if you walk 10 minutes around your living room every day for 29 days. What do you think would happen? For 10 minutes around your living room. I didn't say go to the gym. I didn't say go outside. I didn't say jumping jacks. I didn't say climb on the wall. I didn't say buy nothing. I said walk around your living room for 29 days for 10 minutes. What do you think would happen? It's such a minute transition. It's such a small change, but it is the small change that elevates your mind's opportunity to think you are capable of those gigantic changes. Hey, good morning. Welcome in. You can do this thing. How you do it, it's really up to you. But the authenticity of how it's done cannot be optional if you truly want success in any area of your life. But what we focus on is weight loss and wellness, right? We focus on the therapeutic component. Hold on, I need to cut off my I have this really fancy surround sound built on the wall right here, like the speaker, and then there's another big one on the floor. Sometimes it cuts itself on and it feels like the house. Close unused apps. Okay, dismiss. And it feels like the floor is vibrating. So I've been hearing it all morning since like 3. And I feel so bad. My gosh, I don't want that thing going this early. It's disruptive. It shakes the house. Poor neighbors. That's what I forget. I shouldn't do that. I got to make sure I be more conscious. Okay, anyway. So if you've been coming for 29 days, that means you created a habit. And that means if you can create this habit, that means you can create another habit. That then means that there is nothing in your life that you've ever conceptualized in your brain that you can't create the habit to accomplish. Okay. Goals are a bunch of small habits all wind and intertwined together to equal one. Goals. All little bitty habits all intertwined together to equal one, right? You end up doing a bunch of little things consistently with discipline, inspiration, motivation, and willingness, and boom, you've reached your goal. It is a bunch of small habits. So instead of you trying to create all your habits at once, you want to promote your skincare system. You don't have to go master every detail. It's master the small things. And from knowing the small things, it connects you to the medium things, which then connects you to the large things. Eat the elephant. That is a true statement. I know it sounds so weird, but you got to do it in every area. Okay. All right. Day 29. David. Ow, we outside, y'all. I can't believe we made it. I'm so happy. 29 days of going live for me. Yeah, I got live anxiety. When y'all hear creators talk about that, it's real. But what I've noticed is I'm human and you human. And if nothing else, we got 2 things in common, fear and pain. And there's 2 things happening when I'm live every day. I'm either in pain because I live with it. I have a terminal chronic condition, or I'm either in fear because there's some type of fear, even if it's just fear of hidden play. But what I know 2 things for certain is 2 things for sure. I pray before I go live, and when I hit play, I let God do the rest. So that takes away my fear immediately. I'm not saying that you're never going to have any type of fear again. Good morning, TR. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, Monique. How are you? Good morning, Kimberly. Good to see you. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Good morning, Lambs. Good morning, Ree. How are you? But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's the way you begin to look at the fear. Good morning, Carrie. It is the way you begin to look at it in terms of false evidence appearing real. Happy New Year to you too, beautiful. It is the way that you decide that what I'm afraid of isn't real. What you gonna say? Something rude in the comments? I don't have to read your comment. That's the thing. That's why it's never a lot of chaos around me when it comes to going live, no matter how many platforms I'm on. I don't have the energy. First of all, I'm old. Okay, I'm old. I can't see good. So if you write a long comment and you trying to intimidate me in a long comment, it's not gonna go far because I can't see it half the time. And then the second time is I don't choose that. I choose that if that's what you need to do for that moment for yourself to feel good, then go ahead. You see, go on. Whatever you think you need to do. Because neither here nor there, I still got to do what I came here to do. You know? So I still got to do what I came here to do. So you do what you came here to do. And I'm going to do what I came here to do. And we can both do what we came here to do. But what I'm not going to do is engage with you. So I don't worry about that. Because somebody just asked me, how do you do all these? I just do it. I mean, I've spoken in some pretty big spaces with thousands and thousands of people. So I have a little stage fright. A lot of people know my story about that. I usually lose my voice before all my lives. It still happens every morning. I sound hoarse. And then the more and more I talk to you guys, you can tell that I'm relaxing. Who is that benefiting me or you? So it's like, so I'm just like trying to get to the point where I'm just relaxed, and it's just because I do it anyway, and I love it. I don't have a problem with it, but I know that I don't want you to get the idea from this series that there's no form of fear that you're ever going to experience, because we're reading faith over fear every day, and we're talking about it. I'm not saying that you're going to be cured of fear. Okay. I'm saying that what happens is you become aware of it, you see it better, you acknowledge it, and then you can engage and be active. That's the person. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, Tia, I knew exactly what you meant. It doesn't been it right, like, so we just agree. And then I do have like the best moderators, though. I am spoiled. That is certain and true. My moderators do the job. And so with that being said, I just wanted to give you an example. If one of your fears and one of your heartstrings is, I want to share my story more. I had an opportunity of interviewing a young lady from Facebook. Well, I guess I interviewed her. She interviewed me. Maybe she interviewed me. I don't know. It was supposed to be an intake. It doesn't matter, but God does his thing. And what she was asking me was, how do I do what you're doing? And I told her, I said, just open up your heart. And she says, well, don't you worry about what people are going to say. I said, girl, people talk about me off camera. What I got to worry about what they're going to say on camera? They already talk about me off camera, so it's the same. Somebody's talking about me somewhere. I'm not unrealistic. Somebody don't like me somewhere. Sometimes I don't like me. I don't know how y'all doing it. Shoot. You know, I will follow me because I'm crazy. But I am likable, and I'm a good person. But I have come a long way. Man, I had to do the work. Again, another form of fear. I had to become unafraid to see what I would be like if I walked away from all those preconceived notions of who I thought I was supposed to be. If I let go of everything I thought I was supposed to be, that means I had to do the work to figure out who I was going to be. And that was scary. But here we are doing it together. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Luann. Good morning, Ladybug and Tara. Here we are doing it together because we can. Because the minute we do not take another deep breath in, that is the opportunity that is now lost forever, and now we can't. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Caroline. Good morning, Carlene. It's the moment that we can't. I don't want that moment yet. I want to live to be 80. I want to live to be 80. And I don't want to live to be 80 in fear. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Caroline. And good morning, Yvette. But I don't want to do it in fear. I want to live until I'm 80, but I'm just not willing to do it until fear. So I choose to walk around with the reminder that I'm strong enough to overcome whatever it is I'm looking at. I choose to say, I realize I'm strong enough. When I'm looking at something, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it. When my energy is, good morning, sister. Tap the screen for my sister. She's in the building, y'all. I'm looking at the situation and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how this is going to happen. And sometimes I'll be saying it silently and it'll slip out of my tongue, and I'll say, if God doesn't do it, I don't know how it's going to be done. So he has to do this. He's got to do it, but I'm going to give him something to do it with. I'm not going to just rely on prayer and fasting alone. I'm going to give some activity to behind what I'm asking him to do. If I'm asking him to enlarge my territory, I got to give him some action in the arena that enlarges the territory. I can't just pray for it and then stay for it. I got to pray for it and then work for it. I got to have a small habit that's going to equate the large goal. And along the way, I may experience micro fears, but because I'm aware, the fear won't last long. Where the fear used to knock you out the game when you got discouraged, it used to take you out of the game for a week. Now it'll only take you out for a day. And then eventually it only take you out for 20 minutes. And then it only take you out for 5 minutes. And then eventually it won't take you out anymore. So no matter what you're looking at, you'll decide in that moment, well, I've done all I can do. God, it's up to you. You'll no longer even need what I like to call the 7-minute stray away. The 7-minute stray away is when you need to take that 7 minutes and you got to question your higher power. You trying to understand what is happening, but you got about 7 minutes. And after that 7 minutes, you got to decide if you riding the fence or you jumping on the boat of faith. And if you get on the boat of faith, you cannot be getting off because it's going out in the river. And if you get off, you're going to be in the water. Dang. So you got to decide. So here I am deciding I'm on the boat. Now I'm on the boat in the river. Now I can swim. Now some of y'all can't swim. That's why if some of y'all get on this boat, y'all bet you not to get off now, you hear? Because you can't swim. So for you, this is a serious decision. If you shall decide to stand on faith and get on the boat and y'all going out in this water and float along your faith route, friend, you can't swim. You better make sure. Because if your faith get low, your life jacket might go low too. You can't swim, friend. I can swim. But I'm going to act like I can't. So I'm going to stay so faithful and act like I can. I don't want to have to use my own. I don't want to need my life vest. I want it to stay inflated. I want to stay on the boat. I don't want to need the life. I don't want to have to engage the cord to get off. I don't want to get off. I want to stay on that. Because if faith can't dwell in the same place as fear, I'm going to dwell in faith. I don't know about you. I'm tired of not having all that God said I was deserving. I mean, I'm not saying I'm okay. But I'm expensive. And with everything increasing in cost. No, seriously. I'm expensive. I like nice stuff. And you do too. And mindset in who we are and our value of how much we're worth. It equates what we have. And I know that sounds interesting, but what I mean by that, is this all emotional stuff I'm talking about. I like nice things. I like self-care stuff, but it's expensive. Like I believe in massages and spas. I mean, I think those things are pretty nice, you know? And so when you desire like a type of health and wellness that you've never really had in the past, it's something you really desire. Like I go to Hot Works because it helps my pain. So like all the things I engage in are health related because I don't take modern medicine. But they're expensive. So what I have to understand is that means I have to work harder if I want to do those things. It doesn't mean I can't have those things. It just means what level of fear am I willing to get aside of to have them? That means I gotta have a side hustle for those things that I like. That's all that means. It doesn't mean I can't have it. It doesn't mean you can't have it. It means what are you willing to do to have the income to get it? That's how everybody else is thinking. You understand what I'm saying? What are you willing to do to get it? Like, okay, I want to do this. I want to be able to travel more. Okay, what are you willing to do in your current life to make room for that to be a real reality? Small habits equal the big goal. Okay, small habits equal the big goal. Small habits equal the big goal. Big goal, right? It's the same thing as mini goals. You right? If people say, well, take your big goal and break it into mini goals. All that is still mini habits. Because those, like if they say you should get up every day and write a gratitude list, habit. If they say you should make sure you do 15 minutes of income producing activities, habit. If you should work out 10 minutes a day, habit. Get up early. Habit. Make sure you call and check on somebody you love. Habit. Make sure you give service to one person that you know or don't know a day. Habit. These are all, good morning, White Buffalo. These are all habits, 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 habits. All of these are equating habits. My phone just died. So if you're on my other live, I'm coming right back as soon as I get the phone on, okay? All of these are habits, 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 habits. It's the little habits. And what I'm learning is the goals that I set forth for myself, okay, are so large. And it's not just money. I want total healing. Y'all know I live with a terminal illness. I don't want to live with that no more. I don't want the port no more. I don't want it. I want to be as normal as possible. I don't want it. I don't. I want it gone. I want it over. So I want to do whatever I can holistically and naturally so that that's an option. If it is in my hands, if it is something that I have even a little bit of faith that I can do, a little bit of hope that something I can do can make it better, I want to do it. Darn it. I want to do it. So I don't know about you, but I stand 10 toes. I'm trying to get the phone back on, y'all. That's where my mind is. I want to do it. I don't want to just say, well, this is just how God made it. Yeah, but is there anything else I could be doing, God? I mean, what else can I be doing? I mean, I'm just at least ask. And if the answer is absolutely, good morning, Yvette. If the answer is absolutely no, okay. But at least I will know I have given it all I had to give before I said this is a part of my story forever. I just am coming to the point. I just don't want my forever story to be stuck with all of these components of struggle and illness and treatment and remission and then treatment and what else? What other option is available? I want to know. All right, are we ready? How are you, beautiful? Are we ready for our morning reading? All right, let's tap in. All right. Okay, so okay, day 29. Y'all got your books out? Are we back? You know what, TR, my phone froze, so it should be fixed now. I'm so sorry. I mean, my phone didn't freeze. My phone died. I put the charger in it, which was supposed to be in it this whole time. Good morning, Bernice. So let me know if you're still frozen. Good morning, Nikki. Okay. Good morning, White Buffalo. Okay. So if you haven't got your book yet, no worries. But if you're new here, we're going to be meeting here every day. If you're on my TikTok shop, you know that you get the privilege of being a part of all the other beautiful things my community gets. And if you're in one of my communities, you know what we're here to do. Ultimately, I always open up on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We do a little motivation in the beginning of each share. Then we do our reading. Then I do questions and answers at the end. So our normal routine, we've been at this for 29 days, so we're going to stay consistent with what we decided we wanted to do. So the only thing you have to do is tap that button for me. The like button lets me know you're here, and it helps other people like you and me discover the live. That's what they told me. I didn't know I needed to say that. So I'm going to try to say those things that make it easier for you to make it easier for you to make sure you see my live in the morning. Okay? Okay? So as we read, you tap. Is that fair? I read, you tap. You don't even got to read. You read, I read, you tap. Okay? And then maybe tell me where you're from. Okay? All right, here we go. Day 29. We made it. Let me find these glasses. Now, you know what? We might not need it. Y'all know I wear glasses. Ooh, why did I take them all out the office? Jesus, have your way. I thought I had a pair on the desk. Okay, you know what? Today's going to be different. We're going to be able to read this, baby, without the glasses. Thank you so much, beautiful. White Buffalo, I don't really know if we're going to be able to see the book now, but keep tapping. I can see the red hearts, and maybe that'll help. All right, here we go. Now listen, the boutique got 1,000 likes. My followers with 60,000. It's 100 people following me on the boutique, and it's 60,000 y'all, and they got more likes than y'all. Y'all should really like. Good morning, not easily broken. How are you? Here we go. It is written, and he said unto him, "Fear not, for the hand of Saul my father shall not find thee, and thou shalt be king over Israel, and I shall be next unto thee, and that also Saul my father knoweth." 1 Samuel 23 and 17. The principle, today's principle. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Today's principle. Thank you for the gifts, White Buffalo. Please make sure you follow my top gifter if you are on the TikTok shop, and if you are a regular follower, White Buffalo is following me on TikTok shop. You can find him over there. If you see her on my timeline, follow her. You know, from the lives. Principle. 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 Today's principle. Today's principle. Okay, we're ready? Between you and the throne is a stronghold of fear. Clear it off. Between you and the throne, White Buffalo, there is a stronghold of fear. Clear it off. Prayer 1. I cast down the throne of fear in my life in Jesus' name. Prayer 2. I reign over fear in Jesus' name. I reign over fear in Jesus' name. And I actually, when I read this last year, I wrote, I cast out fear. I cast down the throne of fear. I cast out fear. I cast out the throne of fear. I cast out fear. I cast down the throne of fear. I reign over fear. I cast out. I actually wrote it in green in the book. And it was the last time I wrote this page. Thank you for the follow, beautiful. And I believe that for me, because I can identify fear now, I couldn't before. You know, it used to what fear looks like for me today. I'll tell you the truth. What fear looks like for me today is if I say I'm gonna do something, but it's on my schedule, not anyone else's. I'm lackadaisical with it. You know. Good morning, travel with I think it's Lab. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thank you for the follow. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will like say if I'm supposed to do something at 7, I might do it at 7:20. Now I can't tell you why, because I'm already ready. Just to start. So what I'm noticing is that some form of procrastination creeping up from something. Ooh. Or is that a fear? Am I afraid? And is that what's making me push the time back and back and back? Or what is it that I'm trying to do? Is it a hard activity and it's causing, because I think it's hard in my mind, it's causing me to not immediately accomplish that task? What is it? What is it that's preventing me from just, boom, doing it? That's what I get to ask myself today. That's what I question you. I ask you to ask yourself, is there something that you notice that you continue to put off? You continue to hey, good morning, Jana. Thank you for the follow, Felicia. That you continue to put off. You know you need to do it, but you continue to put it off. Why? What is it? What do you think will happen? What do you think it is that's making you not jump to do that? What is it that's in between you and the action? Like the thing is, it's not just, okay, let me make myself get up and do it. It's about you stopping and saying, why do I keep doing that? What is happening in that moment that I cannot get motivated? But if I had to go to work, I could do it. If someone else called me to come over, I can do it. If my friend needed me to watch her kids, I can do it. But why, if it's my thing, can I not get that one thing to happen? What is it? What is it? What am I missing? Where am I falling? Where am I dipping? Where am I low? What is it? Because when you discover what the thought process that's leading to the behavior that makes you lackadaisical for oneself, but risen for the other, then you can determine how to break it, how to correct it, how to call it out. When you feel it coming, I can feel mine coming today. I'll be like, the devil is a liar. Yeah. Devil is a liar. Yeah. That's what I be saying. Devil is a liar. Yeah. But before, because I didn't know what the fear looked like, I didn't know to declare and decree that it wasn't true. I didn't know to speak against it. I didn't know when a bad feeling came up to speak against the bad feeling. I didn't know when anxiousness arose to speak against the anxiousness. I didn't know not to let those feelings dwell in my body. Good morning, Vicky. I did not know that I needed to speak against the things that was happening in my emotional center if I did not agree with them. I didn't know. I know, now I'm telling you. Why we don't have as many entrepreneurs as we should is because we will all support someone else's business but not follow through with one's own. I believe there's room for everybody in the ocean. Have you ever seen how big the ocean is? It's as much as water on the earth as it is land, I believe. It's enough people. Like, I think some countries by themselves have billions of people in it. Like India has some millions, I think. I think India has more people than US. Is that true? I think I saw that somewhere recently, where they were saying that, like, the United States, China, and a couple other countries can actually fit inside the Saharan desert in Africa. You realize how big Africa has to be for that to happen, right? Wow, did I read right? You lost for yes. Amorious weddings and events. Yes, ma'am. I did 479 pounds. You are correct. I mean, so if it's that big, it's got to be room for you. Why would it not be room for you? Like, I encourage it. There's room. There's room. Everybody for me is exactly who God set forth for a coach to work with. Everybody for you is who God set forth for you to work with. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. May God bless you and keep you. May the light of the love of the Lord shine upon you abundantly. And thank you. We're doing our daily reading, so please hang around a little bit. And I got you back, baby. All right. Okay. We got David done. He done. All right, and we're rolling up. Remember, on Fridays we do 45 minutes, so we're rolling up on our 40-minute mark. So let's go ahead and talk to Melody. And as you guys know, I encourage you to follow Melody on Instagram yesterday at Melody Beatty. She's the author of this beautiful book that we have decided to take a whole 365-day dive into. If you are just, good morning, homegirl. If you are just now coming in the building on any of my platforms, I want to just give you a quick shout out. Since I can't see, thank you so much, taking charge. Since I can't, Atlanta, Georgia in the building. Since I can't see all the names on all the platforms as much as I want to, thank you so much, White Buffalo, for loving on me on the platform this morning. I want to do two things. I just want to shout out each platform individually and take the opportunity to say good morning and thank you for being here to my platform and my followers on TikTok at Coach Kenya Lachelle Elliott, where there is 61,000 beautiful men and women who have chosen to click the button for me, and many of them I am trying to follow back. I have over 2,000 followers because I'm a business account, so they won't let you do that, but I do try to follow 10 people a day, so when people are in my live, I follow them right back when they follow me on that account. And of course, if you're at my boutique shop at TikTok, you'll see that I follow as many as people as I'm following, as they have followed me. I follow 100, I think 90 or 100 people, and I have 120 followers. So same, I don't have a problem doing that. I'm sure there's probably some crazy rule about the algorithm or something like that you're not supposed to do all that. But you know what? If you're supposed to be over here, you'll be over here. P. Amethyst, I didn't see you, beautiful. Good morning. So if you're meant to be here, you'll be here. Good morning, beautiful. I'm on 5 platforms. Okay, let me get the rest of them. So I would like to say good morning again to our private Facebook group on Facebook at I Rise Tribe 5-Week Transformation with Coach Kenya. Thank you so much to the 72 beautiful women who have joined me on this journey and who show up in that group. So thank you for being here. On Instagram at Coach Kenya Elliott. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hardly ever am on Instagram, so I decided, you know what? There might be people on Instagram that would love to talk with us and read with us in the morning. So we might as well go on and invite them on over. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I honor you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the followers. I appreciate you. I honor you. I do watch many of your stories and see you on my timeline. So I am grateful for that. And thank you for encouraging me to all the coaches that I follow back on Instagram and that follow me. I'm encouraged by your content and I am grateful for you. And thank you to all my YouTube followers. I don't have that many of you, but I'm grateful for all 149 of you. And thank you for watching my videos, liking and sharing them when you do. And thank you for making me know that I am valued in the YouTube space by commenting and sharing. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. And to the I Rise Tribe on Facebook, who's been with me from the beginning with over 3,000 followers, you know I love y'all. I'm always posting and sharing information on that page, just so you can have it at your access, at your fingertips to grow, prosper in your personal journey. So thank you for being here. And to my brand new I Rise Boutique TikTok shop, you guys asked for it. I was able to get it. So thank you so much for being my one and only backup page that exists for Coach Kenya. It's over here. Good morning, Dowdy. And with this, I haven't seen you yet. Hey, Kelly. Listen now. I've seen you before in my live, Amethyst. Listen now. We new over here. Y'all see it's only a couple of us. So y'all are what I like to call founding members, okay? Y'all the groundbreakers, the movers and the shakers. Y'all the rock crackers, okay? Y'all been over here for a long time. Like you the one throw the rock, crack the room open, see who's up in there. That's what I'm saying. So y'all been here for a while with me. We came in together. We're learning the products together. We're going to be probably wearing the same clothes soon. So it's going to be even better. And right now, if you are looking for this sweatshirt, it is still $25.20 this morning. Well, I cut it back on sale this morning. It is $25.20 this morning for you guys. It's pinned in the cart. It's $25.20. I believe that may possibly include an additional discount through TikTok and possible free shipping. So if you're in TikTok shop, be sure to grab your I Rise Boutique, your I Rise sweatshirt, okay? All right, Melody Beatty. She said, you just started me? Really? Oh, have you ever came across like this week? Did you just start seeing it this week? You weren't in here on Monday? Did you come past my timeline on Monday? I thought I saw your name last week. I thought I saw your name before. I was like, I'm pretty sure because it's unique. It's unique, so that's why I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I saw P_Amethyst because I didn't know how to. When I can't say a name very well, I remember it because I be trying to. Now, every time I'm like, okay, when I see her, I'm gonna say it right. Like someone's name is, I think it's Kiansha. And boy, I can't wait till she come back because I've been practicing this so I can say her name right. Okay, let's get to Melody. I want her to come back so I can say it, so I can be like, good morning, Kiansha. I got your name right, huh? Because she spells it out phonically for me because it's important, because it was a thing that really helped me with my recovery. But thank you for viewing the product, beautiful. Let me know if you have any questions. It does ship out right away. It ships out today. I can drop it off today. It's right hanging behind me. And the 3X, very large. It's just actually a small. And look how big it is. I actually have on a small. And so they're unisex, so they're sizes and a half, okay? So we ready? Let's do Melody. Melody is January 3rd, though, okay? So for Melody, we are exactly on date. So for Melody, we're day for day. And for David, we're on day 29. Tomorrow will be our first day 30. So we will have done our first 30 days, okay? And what we'll do is probably every 90 days, we'll have maybe where we can, maybe we'll have an event and kind of do like a little party for everyone who's gotten the books, and maybe a question and answer session. after some days have gone by and we have like a group of videos, we can maybe put a collaboration together and then have an event, no charge, and just a question and answer session. And you can have an opportunity to ask me questions of how I use these things in a more applicable way, in a format where it allows for you to ask questions to me where I can hear you. So we can do a host panel, which is kind of cool, or we can go with the webinar, which is also cool, or we can go with Zoom. So I want to be able to offer that to you all. So let's get into Melody. All right. It says, I knew that I was going to be struggling to read. Trust your heart. For so long, you relied on your head. Now it's time to make the shift. The greatest leap into your heart. Are you beginning to see how your head gets in the way? How it creates so much noise? The chatter, the limited vision, the fear. Are you beginning to see how what you've relied on, your intellect, your assessments, and sometimes your logic has complicated your life? I'm going to reread that. Are you beginning to see how your head gets in the way? How it creates so much noise? The chatter, the limited vision, the fear. Are you beginning to see how what you've relied on, your intellect, your assessments, and sometimes your logic has complicated your life? I got to sip coffee on that one. Yeah. Hold on. See? Hold on. Come to the front. Come to the front. Tap the like button if you're coming to the front. Thank you for the likes, beautiful. I really appreciate you, White Buffalo. And don't forget to grab up your sweatshirt. Come to the front. But I need to do this really quick because I need to know if you heard that. Did that say, are you beginning to see how your head gets in the way? Does anybody know the soul foundation of what I do? Okay. I'm going to go to straight miming today. We're going to mime it out. Okay, this is going to mime. Then it said, how it creates so much noise. It said your head will create so much noise. Wait. Melody done said this. She said the chatter, the limited vision, the fear. What not just now? Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. It's Friday. It's Freedom Friday. Just give me a minute of your time. Just give me 10 more minutes and I'm going to let you be free. 10 more minutes. Give me 10 more minutes. Tap the like button if I can have 10 more minutes. Am I allowed 10 more minutes? I want to change your mindset this entire weekend because see, what I was just talking about earlier, remember I was telling you about the fear when you want something more, how I want to be doing all these holistic things. I want to go soak in some salt water and touch my feet in the ocean and be healed and all those things. But anyway, and I said it costs money. And then I told you earlier that because it costs money, I need to be willing to do a side hustle to get what I wanted. If I was willing to do all these many little things, and as a result of the many little things, I'll be able to get this big old goal. And as a result of getting this big old goal, I'll be living the life that I desire, but also a life of the Lord that I want to live on. My choice. Don't worry about mine. Worry about yours. I remember I was saying how these things were actually fear, how I would do these things and it would delay me, and I couldn't understand why I would be delayed, but I am the delayer. I'm hollering, God, why me? Why not yet? And he's saying it's you. You are the problem. Remember I said that earlier? So look what Melody said. Then Melody came behind me. See, I didn't read this before, before class. I don't read it before. If you've been here for a few seconds, you know that I just opened the book because I don't want to ruin it. So what I do in the morning is I do a different prayer and meditation every morning for the last 30 days so that when you and I become together, when we connect in this energy, in this space right here, it's authentic. So I'm seeing it when you see it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I ain't read this part of this book in I don't know how many years. I just picked it back up. I always ended up in the middle of the book because I can't seem to get it together in January. That's why I stopped having New Year's resolutions about 5 years ago. I just started having goals because I noticed whatever goal I made in 2020, I might still be working on it in 27. I don't know. I stopped putting dates on things that were atrociously accomplishable, meaning it was so big I was going to need some time to unwind to get there. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I believe in miracles. I am indeed a miracle. But today I understand that a date can simply be set. It can also be changed. COVID taught us all that. COVID taught us that it don't care what you plan. The plans of the man are going to prevail anyway. So I've decided that instead of getting fixated on the date, I was going to be willing to show up so consistently that the date became null and void. That my consistency will speak for the success of the goal I'm trying to achieve. I told y'all I wanted a big booty by my 46th birthday. I don't know if you've taken a look back there lately, but baby, she's on the porch, okay? I didn't say she was outside. I said she's on the porch. Why is she on the porch? Because before she was under the ceiling, okay? I'm talking about under the dirt where they laid the foundation, put concrete on. That's how flat she was. But because I've been chipping away at the concrete flat surface daily since June of 2024, she's decided that she's on the porch. She's no longer under the concrete. She said, I'm out here. Because it's a goal that I set for myself. Why? Because I got tired of my pants looking like they're about to fall off in the back. That ain't got nothing to do with you. It's got something to do with me. When I go to sit down on a piece of something, I don't want my booty to feel like somebody is stabbing me up through my sciatic nerve because it ain't no meat. Now, that ain't got nothing to do with you. It's got something to do with me. So what I decided is something that was important to me. So because it was important to me, I decided to do something about what was important to me. And I decided to do it a little bit at a time. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. When something's important to you, you'll decide to do it a little bit at a time for you. I'm trying to tell you something now. Then Melody said, look, the limited vision, the fear, are you beginning to see how what you've relied on, your intellect, your assessments, and sometimes your logic has complicated your life? Let me see here. In chapter 2783 of Codependency No More, it says, thou shalt not rely on intellect, assessments, and logic based on the foolishness of one's conjured up, traumatic, broken down, beat up, knocked up, smacked around past. She didn't say that. I said that. I'm ad-libbing at this point. Because relying on such false evidence appearing real that spells fear may lead you to complicating your own life. Good morning, Mama Bear. Good morning, Cat Eyes. It says it. Then it said, it isn't the head that sees clearly, nor does the head always see with love. Okay, wait a minute. It isn't the head that sees clearly, nor does the head always see with love. Often it sees with eyes of fear. Did y'all hear that? Wait. That was a rewind, by the way. It isn't the head that sees clearly, nor does the head always see with love. Often it sees with eyes of fear. Well, Melody, I just think in one sentence, you just gave me the reason I became a food addict and an alcoholic. I didn't say you're cured it. I said you gave reason to it. Then she said, the heart sees clearly. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Jake. It balances the mind and emotions. It takes what's real and processes it into truth, then into action. It takes into account all that needs to be done, then draws a map. an itinerary for how to accomplish that. Yes, you say, but my head does that too. And then I don't need to feel. Your heart can do it better because it maps the way in love. So she said that although you can figure out the pathway to anything you're trying to do mentally, she said if you do it with your heart, the action will be done in love. Verse of the day: learn to listen to your inner voice. Listen to your heart. It's your connection to God, to people, to the universe, and to yourself. Good morning, Mason. Well, good morning, XX. Well, good morning, Denise. You know, you know what? Good morning, Callie girl. Good morning, Tucson. Good morning, good. Oh, okay. Here's the deal. Okay. I don't know how this reading was so in line with what I opened up with this morning. And I'm not psychic by any means because I don't want that type of responsibility. See, I'm one of those people. I'm not taking on more responsibility than I think my little mind can handle. See, I have a very little ego situation happening around here. And so I'm saying, thank you so much for the likes, you guys. I need you to understand that this is, I'm not trying to seek in it, no bigger concept in my brain. It's a little head up there for a reason. But what I am trying to tell you is one thing certain and two things for sure. If you go back and watch this live on a replay, you're going to see that before we open up these books, I spoke on the very touch subject in which Melody Beattie had us read on. Therefore, I'm going to just call that alignment. You can call it what you want, and you can call it background, underground, overthrough, side, coincidence, accident, whatever, but I'm going to call it alignment. And then I'm going to go as far as, and I'm going to double on down and say that not only is that in alignment, but I believe that what I started out by saying in the beginning is that because I was living through fear in my eyes, I was able to sit around and eat myself to 592 pounds. Fear of feeling. When I was no longer able to figure out my world that I was living in with my thoughts and my thinking, I was then trapped in that body, and I began to feel the very feelings that I had ran from for many years. I was no longer able to run. Running became impossible. And as a result, when I could no longer run from my emotional problems through success, degrees, businesses, traveling, purses, shoes, hair done, nail done, going out to eat, when I no longer had those things to cater, can you text me the name of the book? Yeah, yes. Right down. I gotta write down the text. When you no longer can run from who you are through those outside things, when you no longer can void your emotions through extrinsic things, when you lose that, when that's gone, when that's gone, y'all, when that's gone, guess what? When that's gone and you have emotional eating issues, you know what happens? Guess what happens? Me and my bling sweatshirt. You left with just eating. And before you know it, you eating to feel better. You eating to deal better. You eating to live better. You just eating. You've lost all concept of functioning outside of food. When you're eating a meal, you're thinking about the next meal. And when the next meal is on its way, you're thinking about what you're going to have for tomorrow's meal. You don't realize that it's a constant obsession. You think it's normal. It's natural. When people even question why you're always eating or always thinking about food, you tell them not to judge you. You have no idea you're getting high from eating. Did you know that? Did you know that the same center of your brain that gets excited from using substances is the same center that you can activate from overeating? Did you know that? That many of us eat and become elated, emotionally elated, meaning almost drugged with the food. The food cuts on the sensory center that excites us, and we have a sense of happiness as we eat. The flavoring, the taste, as it hits our taste buds and we chew it down and swallow as we pursue the next bite. Each bite only adding to the demise of the addiction and the affliction of the flavor. And really what's happening is it's making me feel better. I've lost all sight of nutrition. I'm not eating this because it's good for me. I'm eating it because it feels good to me. I have now lost focus of the sole purpose of even putting a morsel in my mouth. I'm in a situation. I'm in a circumstance. What am I going to do? So because everything slowed down for me and food became the only prevalent thing in front of me, that is what I chose to overdo. So some people shop. Some people use substances. For me, it was food. For me, it had always been food. It had been food since I was a little girl. Amen, Dowdy, preach. Yes. It had been, my friend, it just grew. What I'm explaining is that what started out small grew to a monster. It grew to a monster. It grew to a monster. I don't have to remind myself to realize I'm strong enough with freaking bling sweatshirt because I just want to. I need to do things like this because it's something I'm really living. Because I'm at a point in my life, if I don't put up, then I gotta shut up. It's a real live circumstance. It's a real live thing happening. I have to be willing to find a way, make a way. And I have to be willing to do it in a manner in which I can actually succeed from it. I have to make sure I can do it forever. I can't quick fix it because I've already tried to quick fix it and I failed at that. So now I got to do it long and strong. I'm okay with that. But will you be? Will you be okay with knowing that this is a battle forever? There's no quick fix. There's no there. At any moment, Tater Chips and I can be having an affair. At any moment, Oreo cookies and I can get right back in bed together. At any moment, pickles and Kool-Aid and Cheetos in the center will be back with me. Doritos, yes. At any moment, I can have a full-fledged affair with any of those items and be in full relapse stage. But I have to be aware. I have to acknowledge the emotion. I have to sit in it. I have to talk about it. I have to walk through it. I have to do it. I have to experience it. Because food makes me not experience my feelings. You hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm gonna eat about it. I'm not gonna clap about it. I like the way you just stay calm. Don't worry about it. I didn't say nothing to you because I ate it away that night. Neither way is better. Neither way is better. I never knew that it was abnormal to be eating 1,000 calories at a meal and be worried about what I'm gonna eat in 2 hours. I had no idea that that was actually abnormal. I didn't know that was considered food obsession. But when I began to apply the very techniques that I'm trained in to myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a food addiction. And that's actually how I felt when I said, I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an emotional eater. I have a food disorder and a food addiction. Oh my gosh, because I will eat to get high. Addicted. I'll starve to control weight. Disorder. But when I discovered what the affliction was, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? They got programs for stuff like this. Let me figure out what these people out in these streets talking about. Let me see how they doing it. Let me see what I can create, need to do, come up with what gap I can fill in. Let me, right? Because when I became aware what the beast looked like, I started figuring out how to fight the beast. The problem was I didn't know how to fight the beast originally. The beast was overtaking me. That's it. That's all. The beast was overtaking me. The food was overtaking my thought, my actions, and behaviors. I was beginning to wrap everything around the meal. Just as one wraps every behavior around the seeking of one's addiction, drug affliction, etc. You wrap everything around when you can shop again. You move, when you get to robbing Peter to pay Paul to get them shoes that you really don't need, but you've convinced yourself you need them. So Peter is getting robbed because Paul needed to buy them shoes. If you get it, you get it. Okay? And so what we now do is we look at all of that so that we're feeling it. If we're feeling these things, then we're not looking for extrinsic ways to unfeel them. Right? Many of us are walking around feeling less than, not a part of, outside of, not wanted, not welcome, not appreciated, not validated, not good enough, not pretty enough, not long enough, not tall enough, not black enough, not light enough, not with cute enough hair, pretty enough eyes, enough money in the bank, nice enough car, big enough house. All of us feel like there's something in our life that we lack. And as I've always told you, morning after morning, day after day, there is nothing in this world that can deny the claim that every human, no matter what you look like, where you live, where you've been at, where you're going, there's two common factors that we all stand firm in. That is fear and pain. Cultures see love differently. Where one culture, we'll walk through. Amen. Walk through the valley of the shadow of death, though I fear no. Amen. 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 The valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Where one community sees love as a tough version of love, you may have another community where they see love as a more loving, sympathetic, empathetic, catering, suffocating type love. So love, even though we all can feel and give love, even love is not a commonly viewed as the same across cultures. But fear, friend, pain, there's no culture where you can't find pain. Hello, AMF, how are you? Good morning, Christine. Good to see you. Good morning, Chloe and Good Right. Good morning, Tucson girl. Good morning, Obi. Good morning, Mona. Good morning, Lovely. Good morning, DJ. There's no situation where we have to accept the fearful side of it and not rise. There's because even if it's the darkest of the dark, there's pain. So it doesn't matter what we look like, because if we're in a circumstance, there's fear or pain in it. So if we can't find a commonality, good morning, butterfly, anywhere else, the commonality is in fear and in pain. And because those two things can bond us and also break us. How many times have you not told your truth in a situation or relationship because of fear? How many times have you walked away from a situation or relationship because of pain? Oh, that was for somebody. Hey, that was for somebody. Yep. Yep, that was for somebody. Because of pain. Because it is said that we run from to, good morning, MGM. It is said that we run from or to pain. Are you currently right now in your life running to pain or from pain? Are you enduring fear or fearing fear? Are you fearing the fear of what hasn't happened yet? Or are you in the middle of living it right now? You know, many of us prepare to be afraid before we're actually afraid. Oh, that's another word. Dang, I'm on somebody too. Good morning, Faith. Many of us are afraid before we actually got to be afraid. We get in fear before we need to be in fear. So the fear don't even got to come meet us. We done brought the fear before the fear even had to show up. We done opened the door for the fear, gave him a key to the front door to our crib when we didn't even need to be afraid yet. But because we was afraid before we needed to be afraid, fear was already sitting in our living room when God tried to show up. I'm talking to me. I'm trying to make a big decision. Oh, I'm trying to make a big decision. Oh, he said, I can't show up because you keep letting fear come in the living room first and sit down. You keep giving fear a seat in my house. I'm coming home and fear is on my couch. Ayarabaha. Hold on, guys. Hey, you guys, my niece just sent me an emergency text. I am so sorry. We're at the end of our live anyway. And this is, yep, gotta go. Don't even matter. So let me close out really quick because I'm TT first and TT is needed. Remember that day I told y'all that lad that I was so blessed, I was grateful because even though I don't have a bunch of small children running around, I have a bunch of beautiful souls that call me their auntie. They love their auntie and they call their auntie. And one of my nieces just summons me, and she does not summons me often. So I have been summoned as a TT. So I am going to give my ear to my baby. I see you guys later. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the same place with this beautiful face and yourself in the case here tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna be live on all five. Don't worry about it. That's how we doing it now. We coming live on all five. That's what we doing. We're shutting the enemy out. We closing it down. We're refusing to allow anything other than options to open up doors for us. We're not willing to do anything else all year long. So I'm going to be here. So I want to challenge you. Get your books. Fear Not, 365 Days of Fear Not by David Komalafi, and Journey to the Heart by Melody Beatty. She is on Instagram. I encourage you to follow her. She's a very inspirational woman. She talks about codependency and relationships. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're out of here. Don't forget to realize you are, as always, strong enough to win. As I close each one of these lives down, have a beautiful and amazing and phenomenal day. No matter what you're going through, always remember that.